Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Fellowship of the D20. It is once again on like a polyhedron. So, we are going to dive into one of our side games tonight. We're going to do a little Silverlight Manor. And I'm going to hand it on over to Jeff, who's going to give us an intro.
That's right. We are back once again for the continuing adventures of Professor Thaddeus and his far less intellectual companions. And Greg isn't here to be a smartass and give me lip about that. So, on you. All right. As we get into it, as our heroes were continuing through the Silverlight Manor, the DM assist had to run my character for a bit as I was away for part of the evening. So Professor Thaddeus was very busy in the library of the Silverlight, finding much useful knowledge there. Whether it's to him or the mission, who can say? I wasn't there to roleplay that part. But that left our companions to get bored with the bookworm and continue on throughout the manor. And as they did, they encountered yet more shadows. Going down a corridor, they found the pantry, which immediately intrigued our living belly of a fighter Ovac, looking forward to more food, not having learned his lesson from the spoiled cheese from the earlier confines of the manor. Hopefully he would be better here. The dog
No. Go to bed.
After some careful observation, it was decided that the shadows vaguely resembled the corpses they could see strewn about the kitchen floor there. Be they the corpses of rats or the corpses of the former staff. We don't know exactly where the first of these fiendish, shadowy creatures came from, but clearly their numbers increase as they slay those around them, leaving them in a sad state of haunting their own former places of work and dwelling. Well, knowing that they've still got much manor to clear, Coral starts off the fray by protecting herself from good and evil, giving the shadows disadvantage to touch her. Ovac had reasoned that the shadows did not like the light, so he and the other party members quickly moved into shafts of light provided by various windows in the kitchen, also giving them the protection of disadvantage from their enemies from hitting them, which is a good thing because shadows drain your strength. And if they drain all of your strength, you join their undead ranks. So the party needed every advantage they could get because they had been forced to flee for their lives earlier in the campaign, as the shadows proved to be devastating enemies.
Several times, as I recall.
Several times. They're weak in hit point value, but terrifying in the terms of the sort of damage they can unleash upon a party. And again, they proved their worthiness despite the protection of sunlight. They managed to hit Ovac a number of times, dropping his prodigious strength from a mighty 18 to a 13, rendering him from awesome to merely mundane. But still, the hardy party continues their adventures, firing off spell after spell, Ovac striking as best he can with his diminished capacity, but still a bold hero, even in the midst of adversity. And after a great deal of fighting, they are able to vanquish the last of their wispy foes. And as any proper D&D party would, they loot the bodies because dead people don't need their stuff no more.
Right.
And they find lots of worthwhile trinkets, including wedding rings from a dead married couple who are part of the kitchen staff. But hey, it is till death do you part, right? Well, you guys have parted, and now we're going to part you with your jewelry. So
That's
there
right.
we go.
Hey, we abided by the code. They parted, we took it. That's right.
That's right. Till death do you part means till death do you part, and they are dearly departed. And if you look at it this way, you've already also dealt with their shades. So, like, you had two chances at it, right? Dunsies. Further exploring, they hear a snuffling and rummaging and tearing and snorting sounds in an adjoining room. This room turned out to be a bedroom probably for the married couple who worked here in the kitchens. And taking up residence in their no longer used bedroom was a massive dire boar, a 10-foot tall pig, just having a good time, rutting, making a mess out of the place, tearing up the bed. Apparently, the side door had been left open, perhaps while somebody was trying to flee from the shadows and didn't quite make it. But the boar found its way in through the door without having to smash its way in by all appearances, and was making itself quite cozy in there. Well, if we want to search this room, as any good D&D murder hobo party is going to, we've got to do something about the boar. But that's absolutely no problem whatsoever for Ovek. I mean, he's already raided the pantry. They've taken a little bit of a short rest, and he's reacquired his strength, filling himself up on some wine, some cooking sherry that he found. I mean, like alcohol is alcohol, let's face it, and some pickled vegetables. And that was okay to get his strength back up. But all he can see now is 15,000 pounds of ham and bacon in the next room.
Oh,
and that's all the motivation he needs. So
And he started working at Wilbur.
Yeah, Ovak and the party charge on in, and it is a pitched battle with the boar. But the boar, as mighty and savage as it is no match for the hungry fighter. And soon it is dispatched, its head lopped off. But that is only the first thing to go off, as Ovak, like an expert butcher, starts parsing out the cuts of meat, the choicest bits, taking everything that he wants, and making preparations to carry as much of this as he can out of here. Searching around the room, though, further into the manor here, the party is able to find a journal which is describing some of the day-to-day events that have gone on at the manor, and they discover that a sorceress named Miranda Sife, a sorceress of some repute, had, at the time of the journal, not too long ago, been a visitor here. And she has connections to Umberley, and in fact was looking to create a greater base of power for Umberley here on this particular coastal town. After all of this commotion and bother, making it impossibly difficult for Thaddeus to read, and he's wondering that he should probably go there and use his superior powers to keep these folks from getting themselves turned to shadows, that he's just going to end up having to dispatch himself. He finally puts down his books and rejoins the party, just in time for them to have to clear out the main room, the largest source of shadows within the manor. And it's finally time to deal with this. This room in particular had been a room that the party had avoided quite a bit, as the room had proven to be very dangerous on previous attempts. It seemed to be safer to clear the manor around this room, so that whenever you had to flee this room, you didn't flee into more shadows every place you went. And the party decided it was also safest to try and do this while they still had the advantage of daylight coming in through windows. The party makes their way into the room, discovering that there are marks of previous battles, magical blastings, scorched pieces of carpet, shattered furniture, and other pieces of structure within the room. Dead guards lay akimbo. The lord of the manor sprawled dead in his own seat. The battle is pitched and furious, but in the end, our heroes prevail, and the last, we hope, of the shadows has been dispatched from the Silverlight Manor. Now, this is as far as I got, because unfortunately I thought we were doing a different game and I had to kind of speed run through this. So correct me if I'm right or wrong here. After this point, did the party go back down to the village as it was starting to get late, and Ovak was rewarded with having this massive amount of pig cooked up for everybody?
Yes. You had done all that. You had also found out that you found the Lord's broken body decomposing in his chair. His face was frozen in a mix of fear and disbelief. And you had found that there had been an official logbook that corresponded with the journal from the couple in the other room that showed that this sorceress Sife had visited and had an audience with the Lord here. In fact, she had had an audience with the Lord here on the day that all of the troubles took place. So we hadn't role played going back to the actual town, though. We kind of just assumed you went back, you got it cooked up. So I didn't actually move everybody over to the map, and then you'll come back. And the last time we had left, I had left you back in this room because this is where your investigation had led off. So
I could have sworn Ovek had been asking people to cook pig for him. Maybe that was just what they had on the menu.
No, we role played that. We went back there, but then I didn't move everybody because I didn't want to put everybody back on that map and just do that. So
yeah, we
that.
theater. Right.
So, we theater.
So with the new dawn, we have returned to continue our investigations, remaining in the safety of the sunlight as best we can in this darksome manor.
So with the sun having risen again, you trekked back up once again to Silverlight Manor. You had also let the son of the Lord know that you had found his father's body, and that wasn't surprising. But of course, they can't wait for you to finish your investigation so the body can be properly laid to rest, and all of the proper incantations and rites and everything could be done. So you find yourself back in this room. The last, breadcrumb that you found for this unfolding mystery hadn't been found here. As Jeff described it, I will describe the room again, but this is the grand hall of Silverlight Manor, and it's akin to grand throne rooms and great dining halls. The grand hall of Silverlight combines both in a much smaller space, but with good effect. The Lord's chair is clearly the largest and highest of the chairs, but it holds the decomposing body of Lord Eldon, which there's that, and across from him is a large table that dominates the room with many chairs around it. The last occupants of this grand hall lie around its edges at various poses of death. And there are numerous entrances, numerous side doors, and then the two main doors that go in. And next to those doors, you see a stairwell that heads up. And that's where we left it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I seem to remember we were going to head up, but it's been a while.
That stairwell is right here, if you'd like to see it. You should be able to see that.
Yeah. It's the background's kind of blurry for some reason. I don't know why.
No, which light it again.
You can't see it because it's on the wrong layer. There, now you can see it.
Is it hidden in the bush? Jeff, check the bush.
Yes. Nice. Point of inspiration for that. Bringing back that joke from so many sessions ago. I mean, that was like, damn.
That was a very Bush League joke, yes.
Yes. Nice. Is it a W Bush or an HW Bush? All right. Enough.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Yes. Well, if you have a burning bush, you better go get that checked out. Enough of that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the bush plus.
Yes.
Just if you know, you know.
If the bush talks to you and offers you 10 commandments and your name's not Moses, go get help. All right. So what do you guys want to do? You're in this grand throne room. The dead are still dead. The undead are still dead, which is good.
Okay.
You're making progress.
Bubba has given these 10 commandments.
Yes.
Do we have any idea, can we tell by examining them? Can I tell by examining them maybe how they died?
Looking around, go ahead and give me an investigation check. I'm also going to refresh you guys' memory. So in the library, you had found reference to something about a soul gems. You also found some dodgy accounting about them wanting to move these soul gems that had something to do with this cult of Umberly. through this town, and Lord Eldon kind of was on the fence about whether he wanted to do this or didn't want to do this. And then you found that Sifei had come here, and then Eldon is dead here. And what did you roll for your investigation?
17.
All right. So you
And that's
investigated
with a
around.
-1.
It's easy enough for you to see that all of the bodies appear to be have just fallen down without any slashes upon them, or with no like puncture wounds or anything like that. There are scorch marks around the room, similar to, you know, maybe somebody blew something up, or perhaps it was magic. It's hard to tell. But there are scorch marks on the clothes of several of the deceased people where they've fallen. However, the most disturbing corpse and sign that you can see of the battle is Lord Eldon, who appears to have never gotten out of his chair. Instead, his entire chest is sunk in, and what's left of his skin appears to have plastered itself to his skull and receded. And his eyeballs are the most disturbing part, as they aren't glued in place in a perpetual gaze of fear, but the eyes have not rotted or decomposed at all.
Oh, that's creepy.
Damn. Were they petrified by any chance?
Would you like to touch them and find out?
No, I would not.
I'm gonna go over there and see if his eyeballs are actually still wet.
There
Okay.
you go.
You poke them with your one of your talons, and indeed, not only are they still wet, they are still soft and spongy and viscous.
But he doesn't try and jump up and attack me or anything like that.
No.
Are they really round? I mean, can you play marbles with them?
You could.
Okay.
Absolutely could.
I'm gonna try and make telepathic contact with the corpse.
Okay. What spell is this?
Just to see if it's not a spell, it's a feature.
Okay.
To see if there's actually a living mind in there, because you know, if the rest of this body's mummified, the eyeball should not even be there anymore.
Okay. You reach out. Go ahead and give me a. Let me think about this for a second.
There might be like a soul or a spirit in there, but there can't be any brain activity in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can do telepathy, but I can't talk to the dead. So I'm just seeing if there's anything alive in there as far as brain power.
Give me a wisdom check.
Okay. Check. Not saving throw.
Correct.
That would be quite a torture, dude. Can you imagine having to sit inside that body and never be able to move or shout or say anything? Or
All right. And you said wisdom check, right?
Correct.
All right. Here we go. Let's see what we can do.
oh, we all got you weren't here for this. We all got a point of inspiration before this game started because somebody scored a point.
Yeah, U.S. is winning.
Yeah, the U.S. is winning.
Well, apparently I've already got a point of inspiration on my sheet that I haven't spent yet, so I'm still good.
Oh.
You know, why not? Let's go ahead and use it now. I might regret it, but I'm very curious. Let's try that again.
Yeah.
Go ahead and spin that.
That was better.
You reach out to try and connect with a mind and find no mind to connect with. However, what you do find is a blackness that's in place of a living mind. That's almost like it's an unliving mind. And you brush against it without being able to connect to it. But even that brush leaves you shaken because you hear never-ending screaming.
I'm wondering if there's like a shadow that killed it and there's a piece of it in there.
That's what, you know what? I was thinking something very similar.
Maybe the remnants of a soul. Like I'll take my my pipe out and kind of track in front of the eyes and see if like there's any eye movement, any dilation of the pupils. It's like it, or is it just, are the gaze just fixed?
They're just absolutely fixed. They don't move at all. However,
You know,
the
you know what
eyes
would be creepy is if the eyes followed you around the room like a painting.
the
I was
That'd
eyes
be some creepy shit.
with the so you're holding like the lit pipe right in front of the eyes type thing.
Yeah, like I'm like just kind of like moving around, see if it grabs its attention, or if like the eyes are just fixed and dilated on a point, even though they look very alive compared to the rest of it.
The eyes do water a bit when the pipe gets close to them, but they water some sort of black substance that's absorbed into the eyes and disappears.
Ugh.
Well, isn't that
You
peculiar?
need to get that checked, buddy.
Mm.
You thought the burning bush was bad.
No shit. Goddamn.
I must say, that is, I declare, a bit on the unsettling side of things. It seems to me it's almost as if there's a component of this poor individual still somehow tethered to this corpse, suffering. But this is not my area of expertise. I do not know how to free a soul from such a condition, or even the semblance of one. I say, since you guys keep picking on this, I say, Coral, have you any
Yes.
thought on this?
Would I have heard of anything like this in my studies?
You can give me a religion check.
Ouch.
No.
You have not heard of anything like this before, but you know that you have never heard of divine magic like this before for certain. Who has ability to make an arcane check?
I probably could do it. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me check. Yeah, I have Arcana. I can try that. Oh, that's not much better.
Yeah, I don't have it specialized, but I have a high intelligence, so I can attempt it.
14.
Apparently 14 is my number tonight.
As you're watching this, Professor Thaddeus, you recall, as you had been in the library studying before, that you had been studying the Netherese tomes, and you do remember that there was one incredibly forbidden part of magic that you have been looking for years, which is rumored to have been combined arcane and divine magic to produce unusual, perhaps even unsettling effects.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds familiar. Like it was something that was brought up in a previous session.
Yes, you had found a book in the library of Netherese magic, and in fact, you almost got sucked into a pot opening portals and stuff, and somebody tried to make a deal with you guys. And
Indeed.
So it was Netherese magic, more than likely, that's doing this to him.
Well, that's well beyond any of us for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. Oback wouldn't know that shit.
You know, Mike, it's not just it's just not Pylong's voice you're doing. Your overall sound is lower than it used to be.
Yes, I had to back away from my mic a little bit.
Okay. I thought it was your mic set up.
Back away from the mic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Give me a perception check, please.
Everyone?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perception.
My perception is -2, I think. Oh no, it is a 3. Okay, I still got a 4. I rocked a 4.
You crit failed. That's so on brand for you.
Yeah.
Coral, as everybody is looking at the eyes and trying to figure out what is going on here, you notice for just a second, a millisecond, the slightest twitch in Lord Eldon's finger, clutching onto the edges of the chair.
Guys, he's twitching a little bit. I'm not
That
sure.
is doing that owl thing where they turn their head like 90 degrees sideways. He pulls it back up and starts circling it like to focus in on things.
Ovak pulls out his weapon. If that thing fucking moves, I'm killing it.
That's right. Kill it. Kill it dead.
Okay, I'm glad you said Ovak, because if Bjorn pulls out his weapon, I'm kind of worried it's the third leg. I'll take a step a little bit further away on the table here.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, I'm like drawing back the bowstring and aiming it at his head.
Mhm.
You watch it. It's not moving. Give me another perception check, though.
Okay.
Does he have something on his finger, like a ring or something, maybe?
No, he does not. Whoa.
Now I pyloned it.
Oh my gosh. I actually beat someone in a perception check. I failed miserably still, but I beat someone in a perception check.
That is. Pulling backwards and looking more closely, you perched on the table, you are able to notice, even in the sunlight, that shadow is beginning to move slowly, inching out of the corners of the room towards Lord Eldon.
All right, everyone, beware. The shadows,
I start looking for something reflective.
the shadows are gathering about this mostly dead lord here.
All right.
Is there anything reflective in the room?
No. Unless you could grab some of the silverware, like the plates, and start shining like mad. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we'll do that. Like maybe if there's a tray or something that's reflecting.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Maybe something like that. We need
All
to
right.
start. We need to. What I want to do is have something that I can use to point the light coming into this room at one of these shadows.
okay, I got you. I feel what you're putting down.
All right.
So you two do some silver polishing like crazy. The shadows are beginning to puddle and pool and are moving slowly in the direction of the Lord sitting in this chair.
How about we remove him from the room?
Well, I was thinking, grabbing the chair carefully and making sure we keep him in the light.
Okay?
Was he
Who
by
is
chance pointing when he moved his finger?
No, it just kind of twitched, like that.
Pointing.
Come here and pull my finger.
If you find Miracle Max, you might be able to, do a minor miracle to tell you if he's mostly dead or all the way dead. But, beyond that.
I mean,
What is he? Mostly or all undead? That's the
Yeah.
question.
To Blaze. Who is going to move the body?
I will do
not,
it.
not a physical sort.
Yeah.
Of course you're not.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
not
look,
my
my
thing
bone-
either. Yeah.
I weigh even less than you think I do.
I'm pretty sure your short little self could not even lift the bottom. So I'm gonna have to do it, Devlin.
You with
All
your
right.
18 strength, go for it.
I think before we start to move him, I want to touch him and put, with gentle repose.
Okay.
Oh, good one.
What's that do?
Let me look. I know basically what that spell does, but I want to refresh my memory.
Hit the speech bubble, Jen, so it pops up in the chat.
Oh, I got it. But thank you. Cool. It can become undead.
See if that
Yeah.
helps to stabilize the corpse.
You cast a spell successfully on the corpse, but and it works.
Sort of.
Yes, it works. So the spell's cast successfully. You see the glimmer of your spell surround the body, and then it's absorbed into the body, and you feel that your spell is actually protecting the physical form here of Lord Eldon from further decay, protecting him from becoming an undead. So that works. However, now that Thaddeus has pointed it out to all of you, you still see the shadows moving in the direction of the corpse.
Can we direct any light towards the shadows, these approaching shadows?
Sure. The
Okay.
shadows that were moving, you direct some light at, and they disperse, but it's almost like touching mercury, so that they split apart, and then wherever the shadow is formed by the new amount of light, those pool and begin moving slowly, kind of like mercury wants to pull together towards the body.
What if we keep the body in the light?
You're going to put the body in the light? So who's going to move the body? That was my question before.
Does anyone have the magical?
I said I would do it.
Okay.
Does anyone
Anybody
have the
what?
magic? Does anyone have the magical ability to conjure light?
I don't think I do. Let me check.
If I can get a little spark, I can do this cool thing with a fart if you'd like.
The sorcerer
I do not.
Your magician is gone at the moment for the most part.
How about you, cleric? Can you produce light via a cantrip?
I'm checking.
Mike, go ahead and give me a dex check as you move the body.
Okay. There you are.
Okay.
Then you
Tell me.
Cantrips at this level, surely you
I
can say
Alice
what
Coopered that motherfucker.
I was looking at something else.
18.
I don't have a cantrip that continuously gives out light. No,
it's just the light cantrip. You either have it or you don't, or you have dancing
don't.
lights. All right.
How do you plan on moving the body, Mike? Are you just going to pick the body up whole, or are you going to move it in the chair, or what would you like to do?
I was gonna pick it up on my shoulder, like stomach over my shoulder kind of a thing.
So don't jump when it squeezes your buttocks.
All right. You drag the body out the double doors and out into the light by the courtyard. You can see over here. See the blue thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drag the body out there. As you bring the body out there, there was a slight resistance as you try and move it out of the room. And then you see a puff of shadow escape out of the eyes, out of the mouth of the body, and the eyes quickly disintegrate into dust and disappear.
I'm going to go over here and attempt to mind probe it again.
Okay. You reach out again looking for that same darkness that you had sensed before, and you do not sense it there anymore. In fact, it is a completely empty mind of a husk, a shell, a physical remains of a body with no animus in it whatsoever.
This body is clear.
Or said that.
Looks clear.
Go ahead and give me got it. I haven't done D&D for a while. Insight,
All right.
Okay.
and everybody could do that. So
Everybody, all
Yeah.
right.
15. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
That was a
Wow.
freak. That was a freak occurrence. I have no idea what happened. Tamora was like, you know what? You deserve one, little dude.
Today is your day. Today is your
Time. And one of those rare moments that you have sometimes where everybody gets the same thought at the same moment. All of you hit upon the idea that is it possible that this poor man's mind, or what was left of his soul, was being used as a gateway to generate shadow beings from the plane of shadow?
That's precisely what I was thinking, that he was some sort of soul conduit to that which lies beyond life.
They don't pay me enough for this.
Now the
As I
shadows.
recall,
Go ahead.
as I recall, these shadows had to have some kind of a means of entrance. They couldn't just come in here. Didn't they even have to be summoned?
Mm-hmm.
So it would seem that if someone for instance wanted to take possession of the manor, that could be a means of doing so. You know, you fill it full of shadow beings, you clear it out. But my guess is they didn't know how to turn it off once they turned it on.
It is ancient Netherese magic.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Now, do we see the shadows wriggling anymore once he was taken out and the shadow dispersed from him?
You do not.
Mm-hmm. Well, if he is the source of this, we might have just saved ourselves a great deal of trouble. And if we have indeed cleared out any remaining shadows, we might be at an end of our labors here.
Well,
It is-
they're still upstairs.
We don't actually know that we have cleared them all out yet. What we know is that we have shut the door for them to come in here.
For now.
Well then, seems it is profitable to go to the second floor and continue.
I agree with Foghorn Leghorn.
Shall we
Awesome.
bring the Lord's body back in so it's not exposed to the elements?
My name
No.
is neither Foghorn nor Tweety. I do not owe any allegiance to the WB.
No, I don't think that we should. What if keeping it in the light is what is closing the door? We don't know what enchantment was put on this
Yeah.
guy.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I would agree with that.
As a matter of fact, might we burn the corpse to ensure that should daylight cease to be while we are here, that this is no longer a pathway to this world.
You know, I'm always in favor of burning the corpse.
Hmm.
There's nothing
So-
like the smell of corpse in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing like the smell of corpse. All right. Is anybody capable of producing flames?
Nope.
All right. Ovak, I suppose it's time to see that fart lighting trick of y'all.
See, but I can produce the blowtorch effect, but I gotta have that spark. It's gotta have the initial spark.
The dragonborn from the wrong end, he is.
Hmm.
You should all have flint and tinder with you, right?
Yeah.
I think we do, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's see.
But that might not be enough to burn a corpse. Depending
No.
on the dryness of the corpse, we have wetness to burn through.
There is a bunch of alcohol downstairs. Or
What? Only his eyeballs were wet. The rest of him was dry as a stick.
Yes.
But there could still be moisture within. You dry it from the outside in.
How long has this place been abandoned?
Now it's been 7 weeks, 7.5 weeks.
I just know from personal experience that burning a corpse that is not all dry is a pain in the ass. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not going to ask you to know that.
We're going to touch on that more later. So
I'm an orc. Think of that what you will.
I thought you were talking about in real life, so I was like,
For those of you, body disposal, Mike is available. And he knows
do you take payment in gold coins from John Wick? So
That's right. I'll be seeing you.
all right. So do you
Yeah.
wish to try and burn this corpse, or are you going to leave it here out in the sun at the moment?
We're gonna burn that motherfucker.
All right.
We
No,
don't
I
need
didn't have-
no water. Let the motherfucker burn.
Would sacred flame work?
Sacred
Because
flame.
it's not like true flame; it's more like radiance.
Yeah, no, that's radiance. However, there's a kitchen here. There's cooking oil. There's a lit
Cooking
flame.
oil.
Remember, because the kitchen is still that has that almost like a perpetual oven going on. With the right amount of time, you could take an hour or so to gather what you need and pour cooking oil and everything else over him and smash up a chair and bring it back lit on fire as a torch or whatever and torch his body. So you can definitely burn it.
Yeah, he's sitting on wood.
Yes. Now he's not gonna go up. So you do need to like build a little pyre, but like I said, you could take an hour or so to get enough wood to put him out there in the middle of the courtyard and give him a send-off. So
Well, Sue,
Give him a
man,
Viking funeral.
he's a lord. He's got papers. There's plenty of kindling.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you are able to burn the body, no problem. You're going to have to explain to the Lord that it was not possible to retrieve the body for a proper burial, but hey, it is what it is. He can have the bones. The bones will be there, right? So
They still
Oh,
got.
Lord, I just had to burn the motherfucker. I mean, I just had to. There was no choice in the matter.
nice. You're just like channeling Samuel L. Jackson there. Sometimes you just got to burn motherfucker. So,
Unless he wanted to bury a body that continuously produces undead, shadowy fiends to plague the whole town, he's welcome to
Right.
that.
well, it's nobility. You don't know. They might be into that. All right. So body burned, still mid-morning. The smell of Lord Eldon is in the air. It smells like victory. What do you guys want to do now? So,
I guess we're going upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
all right.
Come on, you guys love the smell of that, right?
Yes.
It ain't just
The
me.
smell. I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
That's right.
Only-
See, somebody's feeling me.
Only when I'm surfing.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, we are switching maps.
Okay. Back up. Back up. Okay, there we are. And we are in a room full of many jagged shadows.
Yes.
Hey, and there's a little music.
appears to be a
Little
hallway
mood
with
music.
some windows.
Although I'm going to turn that mood music down a little bit, so it's not so loud. If I can figure out how to turn it down, I will turn it down.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's not unnerving at all.
There.
So like
Well,
that creepy water foam music they use in all the horror movies in the 70s.
All right. So you guys find yourself up here. You are in a walkway or a walk around that is looking down into the garden below. This is technically the second floor, although if the first floor you're on is the ground floor, this would be the first floor of the manor. as you come up and emerge out of the staircase, do you see on the wall to your east, which you are next to, is a door to the north and so a door to the south. You also see that there are windows all over the place that you can look out
Right.
down into the garden, or perhaps even out into the grounds as well. So,
All right, I'm gonna go and check for traps on the northeast door.
all right.
I will
You had
back
some
him up.
comments. I think. We might
Hey,
need
what's up, pops? Hey, yes, what we do.
What's going on,
24.
Pops? What'd you get?
24.
It
Sorry,
looks
I wasn't looking at the comments. That's why
All right.
it took me a minute.
Is it locked?
You check it. It does not appear to be locked.
All right. This door is open.
All right.
This door is clear.
Yeah. Appears clear, yeah.
The door looks clear.
Yeah.
You want I
Okay.
should go in and check?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
I will back you up by staying back here.
Uh-huh.
All right. Ovak, you throw open the door. This looks like a sitting room or the Lord's private office. You see papers, books, and writing implements scattered around the room in random piles. The fireplace has been set, but it's not lit. And a small flint sits on the mantelpiece at the ready. That might have been useful when you were looking for stuff to burn the body, but hey, you know.
Well, okay. Doesn't sound like there's anything of any use really in here. Let's see. Let me go in.
Well, we could check and see what the papers say to see if we can get more information about what led up to.
So I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm clear in the room here, and there's so much I still can't see the room because it's covered in shadow.
Yeah. There should be more light than there is.
Just was Ovak's just human, right?
No, he's half orc.
I didn't
Yeah,
turn on. Hold on.
No, it's a dynamic lighting issue.
Hold, please. Or
That's why he's saying weird stuff like knowing about the smell of burning bodies and stuff and whatnot. He's not used to intermingling with non-orcs.
it didn't turn. Why is that not permanently set?
Press 1 for orcish.
There. Who else has night vision here?
I have.
I do.
I think we all do.
I mean, I'm an owl. You know I got it.
Yeah. I'm a tiefling, so yeah.
All right, just give me 1 second.
Is there food
Actually,
on these
it looks
plates?
like it looks like my night vision's on, so it doesn't like you don't have to worry about me.
I just turned it on for you.
Okay.
Oh.
Is there food on those plates?
All right.
There might be. Hold on for a second.
You are a one-track mind. Can I put it in my belly?
There is not food on those plates. I'm sorry to say. There's
Oh,
just
It's wax fruit. It's no good.
put it
No.
in my belly.
Yeah. I found absolutely nothing.
All right. Well, there's nothing in here.
Yeah.
If we want to get cozy by the fire later, it looks like it's all set for us. But
you just
other
see
than
that there's the tables and chairs. There's some bookcases. There's a variety of papers laid out. You do find there's a gaming set as well on one of the tables. So
What kind of gaming set?
it looks like the typical gaming set that you would find in any number of gambling and gaming establishments, although this one is much finer make. So instead of the normal wood pieces and die made out of rocks that have been roughly honed and the numbers scratched on them and tokens made usually of copper, these have pieces made of actual bone, marble that has been shaped into die, and silver tokens for moving around on the gaming board. So
All right.
Child play. I was hoping for something more intellectual like Go or Dragon Chess.
All right. Let me
ain't you? I see also there's a door here at the end.
I'd like to check the papers and see if there's anything interesting in the papers.
That's to check the east door for traps.
All right. There's no traps there. Coral, looking through the papers, you find a number of interesting things. One is you find a deed for a silver mining operation in the nearby mountain range. Another one seems to be a bunch of notes that have been taken and are referencing a book in the library downstairs, and it's detailing family history and lineage. The third piece of paper, though, is a series of notes, and you recognize immediately what these notes are about and one of the names. It's detailing a visit by Augustus Brendan, who is one of the Helm's Watch, who informed Lord Eldon about the nature of soul gems and the fact that his trading company was being used to funnel soul gems. And then Lord Eldon had done research on the soul gems and taken a number of notes. And at the bottom, he says, "I'm putting a stop to this now. Fei is out of business," he wrote.
I will gather up those notes to bring with us, especially when we get back to the library to look up that book.
That definitely points to Miranda Fei as being responsible for what happened here.
That makes two pieces of evidence then.
Yeah, at least a couple.
You also find on the bookcases, there's a number of books in here, but they're all on minor subjects like, the care and feeding of hawks or their fictional stories. Or there's one in there that actually says how to make aphrodisiac treats for owls. So
I'm going to grab that one for research purposes.
I'm sure you will.
This is not the sort of information that should just be bandied about for anyone's titillation. I'm going to put it in its proper place.
You need some in-depth study of that book. All right.
Man, I don't want people thinking there's I don't want any rumors spreading about my kind, you see. So I will procure this and put it in a secure location where it can do no harm and perhaps good one day.
Everybody give me a perception check.
I'm fairly certain I only got one good roll of that in me, and I think I spent it. 15.
We both got
Didn't
15.
do too bad.
Man, I am all about 14s today. Look at that.
Damn, Coral, you didn't see shit.
I didn't.
So
Too distracted by the information I found.
Ovek and Devlin,
Mm-hmm.
both of you hear a slight bump against the wall to the south. And Ovek, you think that you hear someone speaking softly, and then it's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I swear I just heard someone speaking.
Well, first, I guess we'll see if there are any signs of secret doors on that wall.
All right, you can check.
Just to double check. We're
Yeah.
supposed to be the only ones doing any talking around here, right?
presumably, this place has become infested, as we have noted along the way, with dire creatures and undead. The thought that anybody could still somehow be here alive after 7 weeks is implausible at best.
It looks clear, Devlin.
Okay, so there are no secret doors or anything like that. So wherever this coming from is from another direction or another room.
What are you saying, Mike?
something. I mean, unless my ears are playing tricks on me, and I don't think they are. Something was speaking just a moment ago.
Mm.
I heard it.
Well, something could have been making a noise from the other side. It's just that, we can't reach it from here directly.
Well, if he says he heard words, I will take him at face value. Now, that's not to say we cannot be dealing with something that can speak. We did face were rats in here earlier, so that's a possibility.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, it could just be something mundane. It doesn't have to be magical.
Still, as I thought we would be the only ones doing any communicating around here, being the ones alive, I think maybe that ought to be something we ought to look into. I'd like to know where that voice came from.
Well, I think we're gonna have to start with the door to the east. It's not trapped, but let me see if it's locked.
All right.
Right. Is the door to the east locked?
It is not locked.
Okay, it's not locked. So,
Is it trapped?
Well,
no, it's not trapped. I already checked earlier.
It looks
all
clear.
Yeah.
I would.
right.
Oh, all right. Well, you can just do that then. You go
Yep.
right ahead.
Yep.
I open the door.
You open the door and look in. You see massive iron spiral stairs loom out of the floor and climb up into an upper level of the manor. This room is markedly colder than the previous room, and a draft seems to bluster upwards.
There
No,
seems
that's
to
not
be
what
a
we heard.
staircase in here.
Mhm.
There's a bit of a draft. I'm wondering if maybe I heard something on the wind.
Certainly possible.
Well, you said the wind is traveling in an upwardly direction.
Correct.
Well, that's counterproductive because in order to hear something from the floor above, the wind would have to be carrying the sound down to us.
Ah,
Right now, this.
well then it was definitely someone able to speak then. I say we go down. I say we check out these stairs. That's what I want to do.
Is there anything within here that would indicate where the vortex might be coming from?
Do you want to take time to search?
I will.
You take a few moments to search, and you can't really determine where it's coming from, although one of the windows is cracked slightly ajar in the east, or in the east wall. So,
Does it feel like the air is coming from this area and blowing up the stairs somehow?
no.
What's this object?
Also, the air coming in that you can feel outside is much warmer than the air here. So, that's in the room going upwards.
Can we see anyone outside of the window?
Nope, you can just see the ground. You're looking out to the east from the manor, so you're seeing the mountains, the mountain ranges, the hills that surround the town of Silverlight and the port, but you cannot see any people out there.
Does this bush have a crevice beneath it?
No, it doesn't. It does not. But it speaks to you. It says hello. So.
And there's a bit of an echo.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Don't I look like myself? So.
There's the other door to the southeast. I'm kind of wondering whether what we heard might have come from there.
Yeah, you said the sound sounded like it was coming through the wall down there, Ovac.
Yeah.
Well, let's see to the rest of this floor before we.
Yeah, it's too soon, I think, to go upstairs. Let's see.
Was this the southeast door over here?
This is what I'm worried about.
It's down
Whoever
here,
was speaking might be gone. if we don't get to them now.
Okay.
Right.
Well, then I would definitely check the southeast door because it looks like it connects to that wall.
Because it wasn't the description, you heard a voice coming through a wall, not coming from a stairwell.
Yeah.
And
Like
wasn't
from
it
the
coming?
south wall.
Is that what you said, DM? Like it was coming from the
Yes.
south?
Correct.
Yeah. And that would so that would put it here, and the door is here. So I would check the other door.
This one down here?
Yes.
Right.
No. Yeah. The one in that direction. Yeah. This is the stairwell. The door is. Oh, sorry. Door is here,
Okay.
All right. So
and that means I have to check it for traps. So let me do
Okay.
that first.
What's everybody's passive perception level?
let me see.
Mine's a 13.
15.
My passive
14.
perception is apparently, it says, where's food? No, 13.
Okay.
It's 100 for food.
That's right.
Yeah.
You check the door, and it looks clear.
Okay. It does not seem to be trapped. Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Okay. Ovak, do the honors.
Like, do we want to try to like put our ear on the door to see if we hear anything before we go in?
That's not a bad idea.
Okay. I put my ear up to the door.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I hear an orc breathing deeply.
Really? You're going to be the one to do the perception check on the door? You have
Yeah, I don't think we're doing that.
It sounds clear.
All right, let me try. I can't guarantee I'll do that much better, but let me try.
Okay.
Okay, 23 should be
Damn.
better.
Woo,
God
that's
damn.
fun.
Better
As-
than 7? That's a lot better than 7.
As Ovak is about to open the door, you put your hand on his shoulder, move up, and put your head to the door and listen some more. You're not hearing anything. And just as you're about to stop listening, you think you hear the creak of a floorboard and the jingle of what sounds like armor, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I tell everybody what I heard.
Jingle of armor. That must be chainmail.
Or plate.
Plate mail doesn't jingle.
Oh, yeah.
Jingle may be the wrong word. The creak of armor. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's usually the janks that jingles.
Yep. And we're gonna avoid that if at all possible.
you heard
Yes.
a couple noises. You did hear that. I will say that. So
Okay. All right.
So
Open the door if you will.
okie dokie. Open the door.
the door opens. You look inside, and you see this. Hold, please.
Loading.
Why? Come on. Okay. You see the grandeur of Lord Eldon's private chamber with its beautifully decorated walls, stunning arrangement of indoor plants, and a large and comfortable-looking bed. You see that the bed, the walls, the door, the chest of drawers, the mural, the tapestries hanging on the wall, though, are all in disarray, having been torn down. One of the tapestries is laying in the middle of the floor, and you can see a candelabra and a bunch of jewelry and other stuff that has been piled in the middle of this tapestry.
Someone was planning a robbery.
Indeed.
Looks, yeah. Hmm.
All right.
And it seems it perhaps seems maybe improvised that they would just grab a tapestry off the wall and start piling stuff on there. That's
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just a gut feeling.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
This
go
is
Maybe
a
the
castle,
fur-
and there are many tapestries.
All right. You step into the room.
But you see no body out.
I'm going to do one thing real quick. Ovak, give me a perception check.
God damn. 18.
Nice roll.
Oh,
You step in the room, and something in the corner of your eye catches your attention, and you are alert enough to shout out a warning to avoid a surprise round. Everybody roll for initiative.
you're attacked
damn.
by a red 6.
We're by a giant 6. Yes. He's mean. He's brutal.
Why did
He'll
this
give you the shtick.
go away, 6? All right. Nikki 6 making an appearance.
I'm hoping he's setting his legs on fire while he's playing that bass.
Yes.
You don't have the thing up. Yep. Oh, there you go. All right.
All right.
Oh, that's nice. The orcs rolled a 1 for initiative. They're sitting there setting up an ambush for you, and they're so stupid.
I blame it on TSR turning them into Mexican farmers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, WotC, not TSR. TSR
Yeah.
did them right.
Meanwhile,
I didn't do much better.
Yeah, the Latinx orcs. Yeah.
the leader did all right.
Oh, the tragedy. It's even
We're not
worse than I thought.
We're not going to talk about those orcs.
They're
He comes
lovely pastel artwork.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Comes rushing around the corner with a battle yell. You see a large orc come running around holding a javelin, and he flings it at Ovak.
And I hit,
Ah!
hold on, let me look at this.
Blue steel that shit.
Yes.
Blue steel that shit, yeah.
And he misses.
Okay, yeah.
He blue
I was
steeled
just gonna say I was gonna deflect it with my sword.
Unless your AC is 10, he misses the shit out of you. So,
Oh yeah. I got a
Batted
16
away
over here.
contemptuously.
yes. So, yeah. So that you, all of the Professor Thaddeus, you give a little squawk as a javelin goes soaring over your head and smashes into the window and goes out into the courtyard beyond. So,
That is not a squawk. That is a snort of contempt.
Cthulhu's
Ovak.
Petard.
All right. I'm going to scream furiously and run at this orc.
all right.
And we shall. What do we got here? I guess we shall go with greatsword. Oh, hold on.
Try and leave someone alive. I have questions.
I'm sure you do.
Ouch!
That would be a miss.
Dang.
God damn!
You
All that screaming and fussing.
you slash out with your great sword, and he deflects it aside, laughing at you. Half man, I'll kill you.
You know, to be fair, Ovak's just trying to give him a chance after that shitty throw.
Yes.
He
Devlin,
was just getting warmed up. Okay, I do not see anybody from where I am standing, so I have got to go here. And now I can see. Oh, I can see Fatarg. Here, have an arrow.
I got presents.
Gets me
20.
20 hits.
no.
Whoa. Oh my.
Doesn't hit the orc.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
I'm
Withdraw.
wondering if this is print.
And then he bitches out of the doorway.
I'm like, even a shot like that should have freaking hit him.
Completely out of character, but I gotta say this right now. I don't know if this is a misprint or not, but it's in the module, so I'm going with it. The leader has an AC of 25.
Woo!
There's
All
no
right.
way we're gonna be able to hit that.
Yeah.
That is some serious shit right there.
We can't beat that at this level. That's pretty high up there.
Oh,
can't-
my poor sweet summer child. There's more ways to defeat a foe than with brute force.
Yes. But it's interesting. I don't know how they got AC 25. I'm not sure if it should be reversed. See, part of me thinks that they reversed the AC and the hit points in the sheet, and that his AC should be what his hit points are. So, you know what? In fact, I'm going to do that because that does just not seem right. That he would have an AC at 25 and less hit points than that. So,
Like, our other group, or should be fighting people with AZ 25.
yeah. And you guys have trouble hitting them. That just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't seem right to me. And he's a level 1 character, so
Yeah.
Level 1
that
at
doesn't
AC?
matter. That
No
doesn't-
way.
and he's wearing
that
high.
doesn't track.
He's
You
wearing
can't
high.
even put that much armor on one of those little things.
No,
Light armor, no freaking way.
That dude he stumbled across the dead lord's like armor of legend. Yeah, mine, bitches.
All right. Well, if that actually does hit, then
Yeah.
then he took 7 points of damage.
I'm calling an audible on that one because I'm like, there's no way in hell that this guy is AC 25, man. I'm like, Jesus. I like to screw with you guys, but I don't want to do that to you. I mean, you're level 3.
At him. Let's see how many intelligence checks he can make as I'm blasting him with psychic power.
All right. Go for it.
Yeah.
Professor Claudius, you're up.
Yeah, I don't think that's a strong suit.
Yeah, let's see here. Wisdom saving throw. Yeah, you know. Oh wait, I can't use that one. That was too high for me. That's so.
Yeah, that just doesn't sound right, right? That he would have an AC of 25 as a level
that makes
1.
no-
That's pretty high for level 3.
No, a level 1 character with 25 hit points is like a good like boss to mini boss. But
Eleutheria doesn't even have that as a base AC.
He's wearing non-magical hide armor. I mean,
Yeah.
unless that's the hide of like something that has a skin that's like 8 inches thick, I don't see how that's his AC.
No. Not wearing
Okay.
dragon armor, no.
I'm going to need this individual to make an intelligence saving throw
Okay.
versus DC 14.
He makes it. Holy crap.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, what did I
He
do?
ate his Wheaties or something? What happened to that thing?
Then
Orcs
absolutely
aren't
nothing.
that smart.
Thaddeus stares at him and then looks bewildered, like that can't be. That's him able to defend himself against my psychic attack, as if that would be like him having a 25 AC or something ridiculous.
Let's see.
I will take my movement to go ahead and move into the room and check this bush for crevices while I'm at it.
That just doesn't make any sense to me that he would have AC 25. So
Nope.
if that's what it was supposed to be, then I vote no as the DM. My prerogative. My game, my rules.
As
Carl.
you go to check the bush, a little hand comes out and slaps you and says, "Not on the first date."
Maybe I'm into little hands coming out of the bush and slapping me. You don't know what kind of kink. Don't kink shame me. All right. Enough about my personal life. All right. So that was really weird. Any prospective employers, ignore this 5-minute section of this episode. Carl, you're up.
Alright. Coming into the room, see what's going on.
has all sorts
My
of problems.
computer will let me.
Come on,
Yeah, if
technology.
I were you, I would not even mention that you play D&D at work, because otherwise they're gonna watch this shit.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
Jay,
So-
would you like to bring
Bonus action I would like to put on the big guy, spiritual weapon.
all right. Let me retrieve your spiritual weapon. We were using the Caduceus for you.
Yep.
Or however you pronounce that. Caduceus? Caduceus?
Oh.
Oh, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage while I search for your spiritual weapon.
Damn.
I
That's
left your
pretty
spiritual
good.
weapon on the first floor. How much damage did you do?
7 force damage. That's pretty decent for a spiritual weapon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I thought so.
Where did you put the spiritual weapon, Jim?
Beside the big guy.
Like right here where I have it now?
I was thinking in the rectal region.
That's good.
All right, cool.
And as my action, why don't we guiding bolt the same dude?
Nice. That is a hit. See, I think you guys still could have fought him at 25. It just would be really hard to hit him. So
Apparently, if he can make his intelligence wisdom saving throw,
Jesus.
And he's lit up for the next attack.
Yeah, well, he's
Damn.
lit up as a corpse because that man is dead.
You just hit him for 20 points.
Shabam!
20 points. That is laying
Nice.
some smackdown. Like, goddamn.
Well, as you do that, you hear a number of grunts in anger and frustration. Let's bring that back. And from all corners of the room, orcs, and from the other room, orcs begin streaming out. So the first one attacks Coral because she moved right next to him. And he pulls out his great axe and attacks. Stefan. And he hits you. 4. 19 points of damage.
Yeah, that's not good.
Damn. Damn,
Um,
that hurt.
The second orc attacks Professor Thaddeus, who moved right next to him.
see, this is what happens when you have to turn your head to see what's beside you.
And he hit as well for 12 points of damage on Professor Thaddeus. Then 2 more orcs come rushing out of this room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One goes there. One goes there. So they're attacking with advantage on Ovak, defending their leader.
Defending their leader. I haven't got to him yet.
And they both hit. Oh, I didn't do much damage, though. They did 12 points of damage
12 points. All right.
to Ovak. And that brings us all the way up to the dead Flarg Longshard. Yes, that is his name. Flarg Longshard. He's
Flarg
related
the
to Bjorn.
Well, creative.
So that brings us to Ovak. You're up.
Okay. Log the long shard. I might have to use your name next time I'm hitting on women. But let us attack this guy right here to the north.
All right.
And it's with great furiosity.
Furiosity.
With anger. and frustration.
19.
That is a hit.
Shabam. 5 slashing damage.
Wow. Nice.
And Yeah, let me see. No, I'm not going to do that. All right, I guess I'm done. I only got the one attack, unless I action surge.
Okay. Devlin.
Okay, let's see. I need to move down a bit. Just enough to get a sense of what's going on. All right. I think we're gonna go and hit. Well, that's Ovac. So I guess I'm gonna hit this dude. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark. And I'm gonna put the Hunter's Mark on him, and then we're gonna start with the longbow.
Okay. Which one?
The guy above Ovac.
Okay, so the one he already hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Wasn't sure who got hit.
What does Hunter's Mark do again?
I can add 6 points of damage to anything I hit. It's basically kind of works like Hex.
And you could track them, right?
You mean you
yeah,
had
I
a
can
D6?
Yeah. Okay.
Because I remember I put that on one of you guys.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
The last
So I'm gonna guess 22 hits.
Yes.
Okay.
No, they have an AC of 36.
No, this is
Five
not a
piercing.
Lutheria AC. No, so yeah.
Okay.
Let me check Hunter's Mark again. These guys.
You add a D6 to any and every attack you make on your turn.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So that's 5 damage plus 3. That's 8 points of damage.
I
Yeah.
think I got some chaos corruption from our last game, like in real life.
Yeah.
I got this section of skin on my shin that's like scaly all of a sudden. I really do think I got like chaos corruption. I'm like,
You are a lizard.
yeah, evidently. I'm one of the lizard people. You didn't know.
Mhm.
What
See, even
what
though
you don't
didn't
know
fight-
is me and Dr. Connors put something in your drink.
well, even though Nim didn't take his advantages from West Point all the way up into the higher echelon of elitism,
Yes,
there's still a bit of that corruption there. Like the taint of the lizard people is with you.
exactly. But I'm a nice lizard person, like the Robert Englund character in V. So
That's right. You're Willie.
yes. That's Devlin's turn. Professor Thaddeus.
All righty then. The guy right next to me, he needs to make an intelligence saving throw, DC 14. Let's see if I have any luck with this one.
Second. Intelligence saving throw at a -2. I roll a 5.
Excellent. Then we're going to be doing that. And so he gets
Yeah.
to take 3d8 points of psychic damage.
Ego whip.
3d8. Damn.
12 points of psychic damage. And he's filled with self-doubt, being unable to use his action on the next turn. He can only take the dodge, disengage, or hide action.
Jeff, are you Devo?
Mhm.
I am psychic whipping it good.
Nice.
You can't I pull out my power helmet and put it on.
So whip it.
When it comes
Whip it
along,
good.
psychic whipping.
I never did get those helmets in that video, dude. That was pretty weird.
They didn't get him either. So
No way.
they just did weird shit to do it. Coral, you're up.
I will move my spiritual weapon to my attacker. And we will try to bop him with it.
Okay.
You know, Jeff, I was thinking about this. It is your duty to make sure that your wife watches Cocktail at some point.
I have not watched Cocktail.
You haven't even watched Cocktail?
It never appealed to me. Just
Oh
going
my
by
I
the
never
trailer.
watched it either.
Well,
I-
suck.
Don't take offense, but it does seem kind of
Look,
like a
you won't watch Big Trouble in Little China, so
I watched
We've
Big
all
Trouble in
heard
Little China, and I didn't like it.
yeah.
oh, so
right.
now you suck.
So it missed because the first roll would have been a 10.
Oh, okay. I was getting excited about crit. So 10 misses. So
10 misses.
Yep.
And then I cast Sanctuary on myself.
nice.
Nice.
And
Epic
I would like to move outside of the room.
Okay, that's probably a smart move.
Yep.
Do
You
need
know,
me to move?
I went digging around in this bush, and I found out that this particular lady has orcs. She should be careful who she messes with.
Damn. So, like, in the real world, you get crabs, but in the fantasy world, you get orcs. God damn.
This is outside of the room, not inside.
And that's why you don't bring home the bacon.
Jesus, what the hell is going on? What is going on down here? Oh man, makes space monkeys look tame in comparison. The orcs turn. All
You
right,
know,
well,
like, you know, people who watch Critical Role and they watch them devolve into this sort of nonsense. Like, it pretty much happens everywhere because we all started playing this game when we were like teenagers.
oh yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
2 orcs are going to attack Ovak, and 2 orcs are going to attack Thaddeus. Well, no, 1 orc's going to attack Thaddeus. The other one is sitting there thinking about Devo. We are not orcs. We are Devo. So,
I am not into 3-ways. Thank you very much.
so these are on Ovak.
Plus, I have not yet had a chance to prepare my owl aphrodisiacs.
1 hits, and Ovak's armor AC is
Ovak's
16,
AC is 16, yes.
so only 1 hits. For 12 points of damage. Ha-ha!
Ouch.
Great axe slashes through your defense, opens up a nasty wound in your side. They think they're going to get the better of you, but they're probably wrong. Meanwhile, this orc here is going to attack the always lovely and esteemed Mr. Thaddeus. We don't say Mr.
Let us
Mr.
all just recognize that I am indeed the hero of the story.
And he misses with a 10. So,
As well, he should.
which brings us back to Doe. Ovak, you're up.
Well, I gotta hope they don't hit me for very much. I gotta try to run.
You can't disengage.
Okay, I disengage and I run.
All right.
Yeah, let's bottleneck him.
In true orc
I've got-
fashion.
I've got 4 hit points. I'm not in
Yeah.
a place to be fighting these guys.
Get
Okay,
out.
that's-
I'm right there with you.
That's fair. That's fair.
So we got the owl tanking it over there. Devlin, you're up.
Moving my hunter's mark onto this dude's because he's in my line of sight, and I'm going to hit him.
It's crazy how dangerous the early levels are, isn't it?
Yeah.
One hit from a great axe can kill you. So,
Sure can.
All right. All right.
Yeah, dude, you are rocking it with these rolls, Steve.
meanwhile,
Nice.
at level
I'm
7,
doing pretty solid. Yeah, so that's 9 points of damage.
at level 17, you guys are tanking hits from like demon lords and shit. Fuck it.
And since I'm seeing everybody, punking it out, I'm going to move back a little more.
All right. Your arrow strikes the orc right in the back, and he begins bleeding profusely and looks around, snarls, says, "I'm not one of those Wizards of the Coast orcs. I'm coming for you."
Look at this pig snout. I'm OG.
Yeah. That's my orcs. I like the orcs with the pig faces. So, you know,
I like the World of Warcraft style orcs, but I like the OG, the pig snouts too, like the Gamorrean Guard kind of orcs.
in fact,
Yep.
in a weird circumstance, you see a long, thin, dangly man wearing hipster clothes run past you, pick up the body of Flarg and go, "Pig boy!" and starts running out the house with it. So, my little pig boy. All right. Seinfeld reference there for everybody. Professor Thaddeus.
I believe I am going to have to follow suit and also disengage.
Okay.
Because I cannot stay in a room full of hostile orcs myself.
Nope.
No, I hate not being able to do anything right off the bat. So
Tell me about it.
2,
I
3.
did a couple of wussy hits and pretty much got my ass kicked
Man,
against the hated foe.
now it like feels like to be on the wrong side of Bjorn with those great axes.
Yeah.
All right, you
Let's
went
see,
to there.
There's Coral there. Now I'm not stopping there.
Okay.
Trying to figure out how to maximize. Window. Is it open or shut?
It's shut.
I've already taken my action. Okay, let's do something stupid and daring. I want to fly, smash my way through the window.
Go ahead and give you a strength check.
I was afraid you were going to say that. Strength. I'm so good with the strength.
And we see him like the pigeons in the commercial. Boink.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't know how badly I want that to happen. Well, that's Constitution.
damn it. Well, damn. Oh, I can't believe I rolled the wrong thing. Oh, man, victory was in my grasp.
You know you're going to fail now.
Yep.
Yes, I'm going to fail now, you bastard.
Well, the good news.
Do you have inspiration?
Used it earlier.
There's good news and bad news. Which one would you want first?
Oh, hit me with the bad news first.
The bad news is you bounce right off of the window and fall on the ground. You want the good news?
Sure. I'm imagining what good news there is.
The good news is you didn't get a huge running or flying run towards the window, and so you only take a die 4 of damage. And you take 4.
Oh, only as much as I possibly can off that. That's excellent.
The other bad news is that I need you to make a Constitution save.
Motherfucker, after I rolled an 18 in Constitution, you want me to make another Constitution save? You suck dick.
Look at that. So you're fine. You're not stunned. So,
I know this girl that tried to elbow a window to break it, and it cut the shit out of her arm. And ever since then, I have been kind of worried about going through a window, just on the off chance that one of them shards is going to slice me all to shit while I'm going through it. You know what I mean?
No, if you have to dive through a window, you want to go through hard and fast as you can, because I've seen people like that in videos, like smash through windows and glass doors accidentally and just about get their bloody arms cut off.
Yeah.
True story. Once I tried to kick down a door. The part where the lock didn't break, I kicked it off its hinges. So I was like,
damn.
I did that at a hotel once.
Yeah. The lock is great. The hinges are average.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coral, you're up.
So I would like to use the spiritual weapon to bonk that guy again.
Which one?
The one that had been attacking me. That's where or did he move?
Yep. He moved, but you can bop him.
Yep.
So go for it.
All right. Man, I need to do something that's going to clear a path.
Yep.
Nope. Wait a minute. If I use sanctuary, nope. I'm gonna keep sanctuary up. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. All right.
Oh, because I need sanctuary up.
Yeah. You can heal Ovac.
Use healing. Yeah.
Yeah, both of us are at 4 points.
Yep.
So I will stop by Ovac and I will heal him first. This
Well, that's rather nice of you.
Come on.
You're gonna go next to Ovek first. I'll move you. I got
Yep.
you.
In fact, Ovek is a little surprised by that.
Go ahead and roll if you can roll. If not, I'll roll for you for the. We're doing a heal. Cure
Yeah.
light wound.
We're gonna do cure wounds at second level.
So is that 2d6 plus something?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's just
Okay.
taking a minute.
Yeah, plus wisdom modifier. Yeah.
Cool.
It's cure wounds, so it's a 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier per level.
So was that 13 total?
Yes, 13.
Yeah, 13.
Okay. Well, that
Yeah,
is
because
a
my
hell of a
modifier
lot
is
better.
5. So
Thank you.
And then you're gonna keep moving.
yes, I'm gonna keep moving away from the orcs,
Okay. Do you want me to move you?
please.
All right. So you've already moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can move one more square. So I'll just move you over there. You're behind the staircase. So that's Coral's turn. Orc's turn. This guy doesn't see Professor Thaddeus right now, so he comes running up here to attack Ovek. This guy comes running up here to attack Ovek because he's not hurt. This guy throws a javelin at Professor Thaddeus. And this guy throws a javelin at Professor Thaddeus. So let's do the javelins first.
I will use my reaction to give one of those javelin tossers disadvantage.
Okay.
You tosser.
So here's the normal javelin attack. And here's the one at disadvantage. I don't know why it's still rolling multiple dice. What's your AC?
14.
So they both hit. One of them is a crit. No, only one hit, but the one that hit you is a crit. For 9 points of damage. So one of the javelins goes flying in. So you mess with the mind of one of the guys, and he throws a javelin right into the door frame. But the other javelin, as you're focusing on that thrower, strikes you right in the chest for a significant amount of damage. And you curse your luck that you were not able to get through the window as you kind of stumble around like a rotisserie chicken, though you don't know what that is.
Fuck you. I've seen rotisserie chickens.
Meanwhile,
That's what befalls a lesser avian life form.
these two orcs attack with their great axes. And they're at normal. 10 and a 19. So 19 hits. For 9 points of damage. 9 times.
Thank you, Mr. Rooney.
Yes. And that will take us back up to Ovek. So Ovek, you took 9 points of damage. I'm going to go put on the kettle of water real quick. I'll be right back. So just give me 30 seconds.
Yeah. Back in a sec, too.
Greg's tea habit has caught on.
I guess so.
It's like Nim has become a junkie off of Greg's tea. He's like, yo, man, the first bag is free, Holmes. Come on, why don't you steep that thing?
I bet orcs have good constitution, don't they?
They're
just drank
beefy
black
balls. Oh,
Black tea, iced tea in the summer. Back when I was a drinker, I used to put whiskey in it.
I've heard people putting whiskey in their coffee, but never tea. That's a new one.
If you're gonna put whiskey in your coffee, it can't. In my opinion, it's got to be a good one.
Okay.
I'm back. So we're on Ovek.
I've had Irish coffee before. That was good.
Irish coffee is good, but then you're talking about an Irish liquor. So I mean, bare minimum, you're looking at probably $20 a bottle. That's worth it.
I don't know about the ball. I just something I ordered at a bar. It was good.
Nah. Okay, so I guess I'm going to disengage once again and run.
All right.
Let's see. Are we going back out there? Are we going back outside?
There's no way to get outside from here
okay.
unless you go down
Yeah.
the stairs. So
Or are we going down the stairs? Oh, you want to do that?
I only got 30 movement space, so there's 6 squares.
Yep. What's that? Are you serious right now, dog? Can you guys hear this?
No.
She's looking at me going, get out of here.
All right.
She's such a baby. Devlin, you're up.
All right. I think this is the guy that I hit the last time, right?
Correct.
All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit him. I still got my hunter's mark on him.
Correct.
All right. So, 18.
That's it.
Cool. 8, and then
You drop it.
okay. Yeah. All right. So I didn't even need that. All right. Then okay. So what I'm going to do is I will use healing word. Well, actually, no. I could use cure wounds. I could use cure wounds. I'll go back here. Give him some cure wounds.
How do you do?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Doesn't Coral still only have
Oh.
4 hit points?
Oh yeah. Oh
You took-
plus oh yeah. Yeah,
you took-
healing word because it's a bonus action. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
4 hit points. That's so great to have at least
Uh-huh.
4 hit points.
Okay. I'll give healing word to Coral then. And that should put her up to so
And you can still
double check.
move. So
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be moving back. I'm just
Which way are we going, by the way? Which way are we running?
D4, yeah. D4 plus.
Uh,
I think. Let me double check.
Thaddeus may have
Marty.
new choice of where its ways around.
Party, that was a question for everyone.
Ovak says,
I
which-
don't know. Okay, 5
Okay,
points
well,
back
I'm just
for
going to
Coral.
run in a direction, and I hope you guys follow me.
Sounds
All
good.
right. All right, so
So
Can you
considering,
get, 5 hit points back.
considering there's many marks between me and you guys, my choices are limited.
Yes.
okay. Let me go.
Oh, did that guy?
You are up, Jeff.
There was a guy right here. Is he dead?
He's dead.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yep.
All right. Still got to deal with this guy. I've only got 1 hit point. And I need to get away at the same time. Okay, I need. Let's see, which discipline was that again?
Ego whip.
No, I think
Right.
I'm gonna go with I need him to make which saving throw is an intelligence saving throw. I'm gonna use daze.
All right. All right. He rolls a 2.
Oh, thank you, Lord Jesus. All right. And well, this guy is incapacitated. I'm going to take my happy ass and run over here around the corner because I can only go 15 feet because I had to get to my feet. And hopefully all these orcs are going to run out the door and not see me because
Okay.
I am effed.
Coral, you are up.
So, what to do? What to do?
Let's see how many that cost me.
I will retreat with the Devion, and then that way,
Okay.
and then I will try to heal
Devlin?
myself a little bit more.
5, 6. All right, I'll move you over here by Devlin.
And I still have sanctuary on myself, so it's a good
Yep.
time to heal myself. If I'm looking up over it. You can be. I like I said, I don't heal myself, and that'll be my turn. Somebody else can go ahead. And
Okay.
go.
Let's see. You see this orc go back in here, slam the door shut.
So they just really like that room.
And that's all you see. Which takes us back up to Ovek.
There's got to be something in that room, right? That they're protecting. Okay.
I mean, really, why not chase us down and finish us off?
Yeah.
I did drop one of them.
And their leader is down as well.
Yep.
And how badly wounded were the other two?
Yep.
Well, we need to get somewhere where we can rest.
Yep.
I do not remember. I don't remember a good spot to do that off the top of my head, except going back to the city once again. Every time we come here, we get our ass kicked and we run back to the city. Every time we come here, we get our ass kicked and we run back to the fucking city. I'm getting sick of this pattern.
That's not true.
Yeah.
We have voluntarily left after kicking some ass before.
Okay.
That is not this time.
I'm going to take you guys out of initiative. So,
All right.
Yeah. You guys took a pretty bad beating, and I'm low on spells.
Yeah, I'm just about out of side points myself anyway.
Yeah.
And I've got 1 hit point, so I'm not eager to brawl.
how many people want to get so?
Yeah, I can cover your escape, but that's about the best I can do.
So, are we going back to the city?
Yeah, I guess we are.
To the town? You guys have only been up here for like an hour and 45 minutes, and an hour of that was searching for stuff, but okay.
Yeah, and burning a body.
I don't know that we're safe in a place where shadows can attack us.
No, we're not.
I am not judging any of you. I'm just clarifying. So,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying.
You heard me bitching a minute ago about the whole getting the ass kicked and the going out and the coming.
Hey, look, if anybody in town gives me any lip, I've still got enough psychic power to turn their brains to jello. So F them.
So you begin walking back to the village, and there's several of the townsfolk kind of look up, and some of them are chuckling and whispering to each other and looking and pointing at you guys, and you guys are limping your way back to the hall, and by the time you reach the tavern again, there's some food set out for you and some medical supplies, and they're like,
Oh, anybody who points and chuckles,
yes,
here's a screech owl screech in their head as I telepathically scream at them.
So people are running away or scared of you now as well. So, okay. So, but you guys are able to get back and heal up. And the Lord's son, whose name I can't remember right now, shows up again. And he's like, "Did you made any progress today? You were not up there for that long at all. What is going on with my family home? I was expecting that we would already be cleaned out of the manor and be bringing the business back online."
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think you could go up there and do the fighting we've done? I don't think you could. So how about you shut the fuck up? Let us do our damn job. We got our asses kicked. Now you're sitting here rubbing our nose in our shit. What kind of asshole are you?
Well, I never. And he storms out.
I was going to say we cleared out the first floor. We fought a bunch of orcs.
Obek has his pride hurt getting his ass kicked so many times.
Right.
And he's feeling a little sensitive.
Everybody go ahead and take a long rest with the attendant healing and spells or whatever you need to do. I'm going to let the dogs out real quick because this one is being a whiny little,
All right.
a whiny big dog. 90 pounds.
Well, I mean, she is literally a bee, you know.
Well, this is the pit bull. She's a 90 pounds
Okay.
of pathetic over here. So
Yep.
she's a big girl.
All right.
So I'm gonna let them out and get.
Oh boy.
You know, in all my experience hanging out with pit bulls, I have not experienced the deadly mean killer dog side. All I
Yes.
get is the baby that has no concept of how big it was and thinks that they're lap dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most problems I've ever seen with pit bulls is of course it's because of what they were bred to do. I've seen them like love up on people but viciously attack other folks' dogs.
Yes.
Right?
I've been more vicious chihuahuas than pit bulls.
I really think with all I think this is the case with all dogs. It is really about their experience with humans that makes them the way that they are, whether it was training or whether they were abused or whatever.
Absolutely.
I mean, dogs are not just innately mean and cruel most of the time.
No, I've seen too many pit bulls that are just great big sweethearts.
Then of course there's dogs like Steve's dog that will probably challenge a pit bull.
Yeah. Bean probably would. Actually, you know, he did. Because when he was in the shelter, pretty much all of the other dogs were, for the most part, pit bulls. So, you know, and I have seen that when I got him, he did have a mark on his nose, and I'm like, yeah, I think a pit bull probably caught your eye at one point, and you said something you shouldn't.
In the shelter?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that he had a mark on his nose when I got him.
Oh my God. I would have raised some hell if my dog got hurt in the shelter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got him out of the shelter, so you know that the hurting stopped at that point.
Right. I found that I was overprotective with my dog.
Yeah. Likewise. You know. I mean, Bean talks up a good game, but you know, but mostly it's like chasing squirrels and things like that.
Right.
A long time ago, I was working in my front yard, and my neighbor's chihuahua came over and bit me on the ass while I was gardening.
Damn.
I wanted to punt that dog across the street so bad. I was like, "You little shit dog!" I just wanted like, bam!
Did you feel like a postman from the Friday franchise?
Oh my God, I just couldn't believe it. And then the thing is, it would just be out in the middle of the street. They never watched the damn dog. It was just in the middle of the street barking at me. I'm like, and the sad part is, as much as I hated that thing, I didn't want it to like get hurt. and it got run over by somebody because it was always out in the freaking street and everything. But yeah, that little fucker just came over and bit me right in the ass. I was like, "Are you serious right now?"
Little asshole.
Yeah,
Maybe he was taking a bite out of crime.
evidently. He knew I was a Lario inside. So. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the pit bull though, she thinks she's a big lap puppy, So it's like, oh
Yeah. They're cute and pathetic, but then there are those moments when you never know.
yeah. I would not want to be anyone. I will say, anybody who breaks into this house, good luck. So
Yeah.
Between Cookie, the dog that we got most recently, she's border collie and Dalmatian and husky mix, and she's a pretty big girl too. The two of them.
I don't know. We live in California. You could probably get sued if your dogs defended your house.
Probably.
Yeah.
If I shot somebody who's trying to kill me, I could get sued. I could probably get arrested and put in jail for it. So
Yeah.
In California, yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy that you're actually better off, legally killing somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I just want to defend myself. Like, he put himself and me in danger by attacking me.
Every police officer I've ever known has always told me, it's like, if for some reason you have to use the gun, it's like, don't equivocate. Don't be like, I was worried they were going to do this. Just say, I was in fear for my life, and that's it. Don't say anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's
So
the only viable legal excuse.
Is Jen back?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay, I'm sorry. So you guys go ahead and you do your long rest. Is there anything else you want to do in town before you go back up to the manor again? All right. You want to role play eating, or should I just assume you eat? If you want to role play eating, you can do that.
we don't have to, but let's just assume I horrified people with my voracious eating.
Are you going to eat some of that werebore?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You're nuts.
Give me a concept.
Strangely, werebore is perfect because either way, it still tastes like pig. Apparently, that's what humans taste like.
20.
Does that make us the other white meat?
Professor Thaddeus, you're learned in such things. Why don't you go ahead and give me an intelligence check?
Okay. I am good at that.
I passed my con save, right?
Yeah, you did. You're fine.
Okay.
As you're watching him eat before you set out again, it occurs to you that your friend Ovak here does not have the best dental hygiene. In fact, he's got some open sores in his mouth. And when they cook the meat here, they tend to cook it bloody and raw. And that's werebore blood going into an open wound. Might not be the best thing. Or it might be the best thing. I don't know.
Well, I don't think he contracted lycanthropy with that role, but
No, I'm just pointing out to Professor Thaddeus, he can do with that information what he will. But I will tell Ovak that werebore was the best damn werebore you've ever eaten. So
Nice.
why is it always that the things that your characters eat end up causing so much trouble?
It was delicious. It tasted of smoke and death. So
Beautiful.
Has anybody been eating on this pig you brought from the manor?
Hell no.
Ovak?
Did you
Well,
allow everyone to partake in the feast, or is this just your meat alone?
I after actually we'd been fed a few times. I thought I would share the meat.
Uh-huh. Well, cat's out of the bag, I'd say.
All right.
Well, enjoy your meal.
There you
Do you
go.
ever like to dance with the devil
Okay.
in the pale moonlight? So, all right. So more on that later. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Will we have another meal of werebore at another time? Will we tempt fate and live
Want to
dangerously?
go to the whoever runs this in?
Yes.
Talk.
Uh,
The meat that my companion brought back, that he just ordered a big old plate full of.
oh yes, a delectable boar.
Oh, so you've had some of it yourself, have you?
Oh no, I haven't, but we've had several orders, and the people in the village have enjoyed it quite a bit. In fact, it was our bestseller last evening.
Oh no.
Well, let me ask you a question. Or maybe DM, maybe I would know because I'm just smart.
Okay.
How long next full moon?
You would know this, and you would. The next full moon is not for another 20 days, 10 days. So,
And how much of that meat is left?
oh, we have a full. This was quite a large boar. Evidently, we've got a larder. We could probably serve another 70 servings, or if it was your friend Ovac, probably about 5.
Yeah, they didn't ask me if I could have found something bigger.
Yeah.
Well, I am afraid I'm going to have to ask you to not serve any more of that particular meat.
Well, why is that? This was we've been taking care of all of you, and although it's been paid by the Lord, this was quite a wonderful donation, and business has never been so good. In fact, I saw old Mrs. Jones down the street the other day. She looked so hale and healthy compared to when I saw her when she came in and eat before.
Oh, shit.
You just started an epidemic.
You know what? You're right. Unfair of me to ask you to stop. Continue on as you were.
Okay.
Victor and
Oh,
these
You're-
vampires will be along soon to slay us.
We are going to be way out of this town by the full moon. Is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we got 20 days to get out of here, and you know what? Fuck the lord of this town anyway.
Oof.
Fuck
Let's
your
see who
cow.
Let's see who he hires to clean up that mess.
We need your help with another problem at Silverlight. Who? Who are you? So,
at least this time, Thaddeus not. All right, we need all the silver we can get.
all right. So you guys find yourselves back up here on the second floor of Silverlight Manor, having trekked back up to the village. You notice that nobody's snickering at you this time, although several of the peasants look very strong and well muscled today. You know, they're eating well, so they're doing good.
Son of a bitch.
Um,
That's hilarious.
so
Yeah. As long as Burley doesn't serve it, that's all I ask.
I'm gonna move Professor Thaddeus over here.
Number 17.
Burley becoming a werebore would just like, oh, now I can eat even more, you know?
So it's the little things that make DMing so much fun. So you guys are back to the scene of the crime. You notice that the door that the orc had retreated behind is still closed.
You know, I will say that gives me a new wrinkle as to what to do with lycanthropy because I'd never considered that the curse would stay in the meat before this moment.
That's why I didn't touch it,
I like it.
because I thought that might be a possibility.
I try. I try and break new ground for all of you. So,
You bring me joy.
thank you.
See,
So
here's
yeah,
the
you guys are
problem.
back. Huh?
Here's the problem. Ovak has eaten all kinds of crap, all kinds of different creatures. So he doesn't, like, nothing has ever killed him before. He's not really afraid of eating things.
Hey, this
Oh,
wouldn't have killed you either. It would just added a new wrinkle to your character. That's all.
This
Next on Delicious in Dungeon.
this time what food doesn't kill you may indeed make you stronger.
Exactly. So you guys are up here on the walkway. You've come up the stairs from the first floor or from the ground floor, and the door that the orcs have retreated behind is still closed. The doors that you left open is still open. The bodies of the orcs that you slayed out in the hallway, in fact, you'd only slayed one orc out there, is still laying on the ground. Flies festering around him and rotting. But nobody came back to get that body. Everything is as you left it.
Damn.
Okay.
They
Okay,
don't believe in no one gets left behind. Shit.
I would like to take the time to go along this walkway and open every window.
Okay.
All right, you can do that.
Just in case you want to jump out of it.
You're
I'm not
damn
going
right.
to click on every window to open it, but just assume they're open now. So all of the windows are open.
Because that Die Hard shit did not work for me.
I know.
Yeah,
I think I will go ahead and cast Gentle Repose on that corpse too, so something can't try to take it over and make it kill us.
Okay.
Good
You're
idea.
able to do that with no problem.
All right. I guess we can check the body and see what was on it.
He had a javelin strapped to his back, and he has a normal great axe and a pair of, and a set of really bad, smelly hide armor on. And that's about it.
All right. Nothing useful. Got it.
All right. So, what is our plan? Are we really going to try to go back in there and fight all those guys again? Is that what we're doing?
We did whittle their numbers down by quite a bit. We might be able to win if we plan this carefully.
Well, I just want to make sure that is what we're doing before I go trouncing down there and do it.
All right. Yeah.
Is Professor Thaddeus flying outside? Is that what I'm seeing?
That is what I'm doing. I'm lined up with that door via this window.
All right.
I have the high
Okay.
ground, Anakin.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna do that. I'll go back here where I was before.
Right, yeah. That's why I can move.
Jin, do you have a place you want to go, or can you move your token?
I'll
Okay.
I'll go to
Be
just
merciful.
below the door.
All right. I'm going to hold an action, and if any orcs try to go through the door out at us, or if I see one in my line of sight once the door is open, I am shooting.
Okay. Ovek, I'm assuming you get the honor of opening the door.
I can open it from a distance with my telekinesis.
Okay.
Well, let's do it that way then.
Cool.
All right.
You reach
I will-
out with
Because I kind of
Go ahead.
like how I got them bottlenecked right here.
You reach out with your telekinesis to open the door. The door opens inward, by the way. You turn the handle and push. Nothing. It won't open.
Oh,
Is it locked? Means it's locked.
I don't know. It just won't open. He was able to turn the handle.
Oh, he was able to turn the handle. Okay. Maybe it's barred on the other side.
Let me see something. If I got something that will actually damage the door, or if that just works on mine stuff.
What's that? There's a bar on the other side?
I'm just saying, like, they could have barred it, or they could have put something in front of it to keep it from opening.
Could be a chair under, the classics.
Yeah, a chair or a dresser or
Right.
something like that.
They put a chair on it and they put a bucket with some water up there tied to a string. So you open it, bucket falls down. They all
I had a
laugh.
roommate who was scared of bugs, and I didn't put a bucket. We had an adjoining bathroom suite, so I didn't put a bucket of water over the door, but I put a bucket of rubber insects over the door for like when he went to take a shower in the morning. That was a lot of fun.
And by the way, when we're when we're not on streaming, I got to remind me to tell you guys something about coffee mugs. That's all. So
Yeah, most of my stuff attacks people's minds. I don't have like any broad telepathic like smash things down kind of abilities.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that's going to be useful against that door.
I am built to assault your
I think
mind.
your number one weapon against the door is probably called an OVAC. So
Yeah, he is the best equipped to open it.
that is entirely up to him, though. But I would say that that would probably be a good idea. So, or that would be the best chance.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Might be able to do this a little bit differently.
What?
I'm trying to recall from the view that I had when I was in the room before. I could see that there was a door opening into another room.
Correct.
But I don't recall if there was a window on that other room. If there is a window, or like, can I make an intelligence roll for you to tell me whether or not that other room
Sure.
had a window?
To see if you noticed with everything that was going on. Sure, you can make that. Give me an intelligence check, though, not a saving throw. Check.
Of course. All right, come on, baby. Let's not roll Constitution instead. 22.
I say I do recall that
Or
there was
17.
a window opposite the door adjoining into the other room that I could see sunlight and lands from on the other side.
All right. I would like to fly up over the house here because I assume there's no roof over this kind of like garden
No.
areas.
Yeah, it's open.
And I would like to fly over here and see if I can look into the room. I don't know if I can actually move my token there or if all this other stuff is going to block me.
I will move your token over there.
Okay.
Can you see yourself over here right now?
Yes, I can. Is this window locked or unlocked?
That window is unlocked and open. You see bed sheets tied together coming out the window, and that's what you see.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to, as quietly as I can, move through here because Owlin are stealthy.
Okay.
And I want to peek into this room. Do I see any orcs?
You see the dead body of the orc leader decomposing. You see that the door that you had entered, you and your companions had entered in before, there is several pieces of furniture, a chair, and a table all barricaded up against the door, blocking it.
Yep.
The dead leader is decomposing already?
Well, he's starting to. It's been
It's a haunted house, man. Let it do what it.
Okay.
It's been 24 hours. So, he's starting to stink, starting to swell.
Okay.
press on his belly. There's going to be a lot of flatulence, which you can laugh at.
All right.
You also see that the tapestry that had all of the treasure and everything in it is gone. In fact, it looks like this room and the room beyond were completely ransacked.
Maybe they didn't want us stealing their loot.
Appears to be. Now, I will. I'll fly back to the other side. I'm just going to leave my token here and report on my findings and let Ovak know. Like, if he wants to smash down this door, there is no further danger on the other side.
Yeah.
And that's easy enough. You can smash down, given enough time, and with a nice big axe or something. And look, there's a great axe right next to that one orc. You could smash down the door. So,
Okay.
Here's Johnny.
yeah. All work and no play makes Ovak a dull boy.
That's right. All right. So I smashed down the door.
Yep. And you find exactly what I described to Thaddeus, in that the tapestry is gone. It looks like anything of value in this room, at least, because you're seeing this room right now, is gone. The room has been ransacked. There's a dead body still lying here of the one that you killed. And
They even stole the crevice from beneath that bush.
yes, there is.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to see if there's anything that they missed on the way out, because they were in a rush, and also these are orcs. they're not the brightest bulbs in the shed.
What exactly are you saying, Devlin?
Yeah, did you hear what he just said, Ovak?
Well, those orcs is what I meant.
Oh.
Oh, just those other orcs, not me.
Yeah.
No, not-
What about
Okay.
you?
Okay.
But you have a friend who's half an orc, which is fun.
That's right.
Yeah. I have this orc friend. Yeah.
My best friend's an orc.
And you have a girlfriend up in Icewind Dale that you see every 6 months. So.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Anyway, I did out of 21 investigating, see what they might have missed.
She's a half orc, so you only see her half a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
They missed. There are 3 paintings on the walls that look to be somewhat valuable. There is a bedpan underneath the bed that had not been emptied before the calamity befell, and so they left it. But the bedpan is made of silver and has gems inlaid around the edge of the bedpan.
Nice.
And there is a book on one of the nightstands here. So that looks to be well bound and richly appointed, richly made, but it was left behind.
I
I'd
dump
like to
out
check.
the piss and poo, and I grab the bedpan.
All right. It smells like shit, literally, but there you go.
Yeah, shit wipes off.
Yes.
I'd like to
God.
check.
What's that?
I'd like to check out the book.
You look at the book, it is well, you're an academic, so you immediately recognize that the title. It's an exceedingly rare book. You've only seen one copy yourself, and that was in a capital city a long time ago. It's called Bestiary of Far Range. It's a scholarly work. It's worth probably about 240 gold pieces. So
This will be fine on my own personal library shelf.
the bedpan, whoever wants to write it down, if you take the bedpan with you, it's worth about 120 gold. If you find someone to fence that for you.
I'm definitely taking the bedpan.
The paintings are quite large, but if you want to figure out a way to take them, each of them is worth about 250 gold pieces.
All right, I have to tell you guys something. My Bluetooth adapter on my computer, the little plug-in thing that I got for my USB, I think it's going bad or something. My headphones keep going out. It's doing the same thing with my overhead speaker, so it seems to be getting progressively worse.
All right.
Are you okay to keep playing, or do you need to stop?
Or do we need to wrap it up here?
Yeah. before so you can replace it.
I might have to ask you guys to repeat a lot of stuff.
Oh,
Okay, that's fine.
sure.
I ask people to repeat stuff. It's because I'm stone deaf. So there it is.
I asked people to
See,
repeat
like,
just for the sake of annoyance.
All right.
oh,
Everybody, give me an intuition check, please.
do a what check?
Intuition.
Do a what
Insight?
check?
Insight. Yes.
I was about to say,
I'm
there's
still
no
not
intuition
hearing
on here.
Sorry, I'm.
Yeah, we're not doing face rip.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Investigation. Okay. Yeah. All kinds of was cutting out now. We might have to call.
It's
back.
insight, not investigation.
It's all right.
Oh, I just saw an
Jen.
investigation roll.
That was for me earlier, trying to see what the orcs had missed.
Ooh, look at Jen. All right. Do with you will with this information, but everybody except Devlin, who is oblivious, it occurs to them that you were specifically told not to steal things from the manor.
Well, clearly the orcs are responsible.
Yes, you have now seen a raiding party of orcs in here, and you killed several of them, and several of them escaped. That is the insight that you got if you pass your insight check. So.
It was the orcs. It wasn't us.
It was the one-armed orc.
But we can prove the orcs were here. We can take a head over them. We can take the heads.
Are you in? Because we're not hearing you.
She's muted.
Oh, there she is.
I would also suggest that we throw the corpse of the leader outside of the window so it can't be raised up as undead inside of here.
Sure.
All right. You can
Well,
do
that's
that.
case. Let's throw both those bodies outside the window.
Yeah.
Throw them out. All right. You check the orc bodies out the window. However, you didn't check to see that the first floor up here doesn't cover the entire manor. In fact, it like sits on part of the manor. And so you chuck them out the window and they land on the ceiling or the roof of the floor down below. But
All right.
there they are. They're
Well,
up there.
There's a handy-dandy ladder
this is
or
getting
a
pretty
rope
bad,
made out
guys.
of bed sheets.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't hear anything Jeff just said just now. And I just barely heard Steve say something. This isn't working.
Yeah,
right.
we should just end it here.
Let's go ahead. That's fine. You guys are on your way. You're fairly close to actually finishing this module. The thing is that I know we've been talking about what to do after we finish with the Avernus. I kind of like to come back to this and finish it up and then see if you guys want to. There's 3 more modules in this series that lead you to like, CFA and everything else with that.
I'm down. I'd sure like to play some more Professor Thaddeus.
But
Yeah.
that's entirely up to you guys. But
I would like to do more with Devlin one way or another, whether it's here or in another campaign. So
I would like to finish this module though. So
yeah,
sure.
at the very least, finish up this module. And then like Mike has suggested the Dragon Heist and the Mad Mage.
Yeah,
if we want to there into that.
I'm cool with that. I'm also cool. Well, we can talk about that once we go off thing. But I enjoyed playing the other day, so I wouldn't mind playing a little bit. So, but that is for another day because you guys got a while left in Avernus. So, can you guys hear me?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you guys to finish so I can take us out.
Take us out.
All right.